Oh, love it. And we are in live.
Love it.
Wow, so do I. Oh, you know what? I am so super excited. You know what? I want to welcome everybody here to Power Hour. We are back. I am Veronica, and I am joined by my incredible co-host, Miss Renee Rand, coming to you from Las
Woohoo!
Vegas. I heard it's almost 60 degrees. We are back with real conversations, back with unapologetic confidence, back amplifying the voices, wisdom, and power of women who refuse to shrink. Today's topic is when confidence is misread as intimidation. Well, I got a lot to say about that. So, you know what? When women show up confident, decisive, and assertive, we're often labeled as bossy, aggressive, or just too much. That's a confidence paradox. That's the confidence that we exude. You know, men are respected for the same traits women are criticized for them. So, women are taught to soften, to shrink, to choose, being like over, be like powerful, but not here, not anymore. On Power Hour, we're unpacking the bias, we're sharing real experiences, and reclaiming confidence without apology. You know what? We want you to come ready to listen, come ready to reflect, and come ready to speak your truth. So, we are kicking off January still very loud. We're amplifying the voices, the wisdom, the power, and unapologetic confidence of women in menopause. This is our season. Remember, no
Absolutely.
shrinking, no silence, just real talk, real heat, and real power. Before we go any further, we want to thank our sponsor, Cinzino, for redefining wellness from the inside out with their balance oil. It's designed to support inflammation, balance, brain health, overall vitality. Renee, would you like to add a little bit more what our Zinzino balance oil does too?
Well, it's so defining, in health and wellness. And we've been on that journey for a while. There were still things that we saw that were missing. So, in July, when I watched the information about the fluidity of the cell membrane and it just kind of clicked, it was my light bulb moment.
Yeah,
I just believe everybody needs this. 99% of America is out of balance, so let's
yeah,
get on board and let's get well. That's the most important thing more than anything else. And the fact that it's test based is
yes,
what impressed me so much. You take a test, you find out where you're at, and then 5 months later, you're going to get a free test that shows you how far you've come, and it's amazing. It's just totally
awesome.
amazing.
We love that Zeno focuses on data driven, personalized nutrition because you know what? When your body is supported, you show up clearer, stronger, and more confident. And I love the fact that we're talking about confidence today. We're proud to be partnered with brands that support women through real change, no quick fixes, just real support. And you know what? Don't forget to like this, share it with a woman who needs to hear it, and follow for more unapologetic conversations like this and subscribe. This is Power Hour and your voice belongs here. So, you know what? You want to share anything about our Facebook page? I know we're at 830 amazing women. And
830 and growing, and we're excited that we're going to give away some more goodies really soon, so please make sure you're sharing so that we get the
oh,
opportunity to give away some more free goodies and some wellness packages and some romance packages, and we just can't wait. So please like, share, and
subscribe.
invite your friends to join our
Yes.
group for sure.
You can always contact us, ladies, too, at 877-776-3985. Or you know what? You can get us on Facebook. You can email us. You can shout out. You send smoke signals, whatever you need to do.
Whatever you
And,
need. Yeah.
and I know you got your little barkers in the background there.
I
I think they,
do. I
I
do.
think they just hear you talking and they want to be a part of our Power Hour. So
Oh, they're
tonight's
afraid they're going to
topic,
miss out.
I know. Yeah, they have that FOMO going on. You know what? Tonight's topic, when confidence is misread as intimidation, that amazes me because I just want to say, back in the day when I was in the police department, I was amongst men And, I was surrounded by men. I worked along with men. And, they always think that here's this timid little young girl. And, just like, it wasn't that. You know, I remember people telling me that I intimidated them. And I'm like, well, you know what? That I don't feel that that is anything that I'm doing. I think that's an issue with their own insecurity.
And
I
perception.
feel, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Because I'll give you an example. I liked, a guy at the police department where I worked. You don't want to, go to the bathroom where eat and whatnot. You get my drift. But I would say, what? I seen him years later and I'm like, I said, how come you never asked me out? He says, because I was intimidated by you and I thought you would say no. So that wasn't the case. I mean, it just wasn't the case. I was this fun, loving, caring, kind, compassionate individual. And I worked for everything that I got. I didn't need a man to support me. And I think that's what some guys thought about that. You know what? Wow. I remember someone telling me that, they told my husband when he first started dating me, you can't afford her. He's like, what? What do you mean by that? You can't afford her. And, she's intimidating. And, I was just doing my job. But when you had to be a hard nose, you had to be a hard nose. And I was always confident. And I had that strong type A, dominant A personality. And you know what? When I needed that affection, I got that off the job. So you want to elaborate anything on that, Renee? I know you are a strong, confident woman, and I've learned
Well,
a lot
and
from you over the years.
well, I really believe that a woman's confidence has a lot to do with her knowledge about her power.
Yeah.
If women don't realize that they really have all the cards and that they really are the leaders of what's going on around them, that
Hmm.
confidence will draw the people that should be drawn to you. And it'll also keep
Yeah.
people away that shouldn't be around you, which is something that's really important. In menopause, you get that stereotype that says, oh, she's going through menopause, she's just a bitch right now, or she's
Yeah.
bitchy, or she's highfalutin, or whatever. No, lots of times it's just confidence. It's misdirected confidence that they don't understand.
Hmm.
And I saw on a post on a reel last night, actually, in the middle of the night. And I woke up and I was looking at this reel, and it was a guy that was talking about, here you guys think you want this sweet, charming woman in your life, but she's confident and she takes care of herself and she takes care of everybody else around her and she does everything she's supposed to do. Yet you want her to be meek and mild instead of the confident person that she is. And
Yeah.
I think confidence is extremely attractive, both in
Hmm.
males and females. I think confidence is really a benefit and a piece of attraction that kind of brings people to you in your life. And I'm attracted to happy people and people
Hmm.
that are positive and people that are uplifting. And if you're trying to bring me down all the time, then you're not going to be in my life because I
Yeah.
work for that.
Agreed, agreed. Women's confidence is so crucial, for career relationships, even though, their well being and enabling leadership, just clear communication and boundary setting. Yeah, I think it's amazing when I see a strong, confident woman who, is presenting herself out there and doing what, is the best thing for her to ever do. You know what? Yet, women often face a confidence gap, like due to societal pressures, which is another issue, and biases. Though it's a skill that can be built through experience, and self care and challenging limiting beliefs. You know, it's advocating for oneself, and that's amazing. It's fostering stronger personal and professional lives. And it's great for career growth, for better relationships, for improved well-being, especially for women in menopause. Because what, sometimes you find women when they're in menopause that they become very timid, and or sometimes it's woe is me, or I'm going through these issues, where just like I know I attract a specific individual. I know individuals who have been around me say, wow, you know what? I've changed because of you. You have given me so much more confidence. And I've seen people bloom and explode where they were very quiet and submissive and timid. And all of a sudden, you know what? They're speaking their mind. And you know what's really great? That as we get older and wiser, we speak our mind. You know, what do we have to lose? Okay, I'm just going to say how I feel. I have a thing for being open and honest and very transparent, so I will tell you the truth. I won't lie to you. And you know what, I have a side of me that's very what's the word, Renee, very unfiltered.
Unfiltered. That's the word.
And but I just think, why would I lie to someone? Why would I not tell them the truth? Why would, that's just the confident person that I am. And sometimes they say, well, you know, you can't say that to an individual. Well, I would want them to say it to me. If I've done something or, you know, not so good or amazing, I need you to tell me that. Tell me,
Right.
because you know what? If there's something that I'm lacking, I want to change it. I mean, you've come along and you said, you know, you got to be a little bit more, uh, just, you know, my sister, love my sister. You know, the way, hey, I'm the baby of 9 children. You know, my best friends were my brothers and sisters. So, you know what? We fought, but we didn't hold grudges or anything like that. We still were, you know, out there, had each other's back. And I speak to my sisters like that today. Or, you know what? And now they express it. You know what, Ron? You hurt my feelings. Okay,
Well,
I'm sorry.
you
So
know,
that
it's funny because we were talking about the Golden Girls last week. And, you
yes.
know, when we were bringing up the confidence level, of course, the first person I thought of was Blanche and her
Yeah.
sexual confidence. But then there was also a portion in there where her and Dorothy were in the same scene at some kind of dance competition. And and Dorothy says, well, I've got this. And she goes, what do you mean you've got this? She goes, well, it's on my feet, not on my back. And, you know, just the fact that she was being confident, you know, in what she wanted to share at that moment. But if you
Right.
look at that series, even though there were personalities that were a lot shyer, look at all the confidence. Even, you know, Dorothy's mom.
Yes.
You know, I mean, all the confidence that was exuded by what was going on was something that was a sitcom that ran for 40 years and did revolve around menopause and a lot of the issues that we're dealing with every day. And
Right.
yet they still came together to support each other as friends. And, you know, really and truly, the older we get, the more we need to make sure that the right people are around us, you know,
Yeah.
all the time, because those are the things that are going to make our lives so much happier and so much more blessed with the choices that we make in spending how we're going to spend our time. So it, you know, I think the confidence level is just amazing, and when people don't recognize it, that it's confidence and not intimidation,
Yeah.
then I kind of feel bad for them that they
Yeah.
don't know the difference.
You know, it's really funny, and it brought me back to the time when we were out in California. And you know what? Back in the day, we worked in the adult industry, and you know,
Right.
we did. I mean, you were a big wig in, you know, the Party Gals, which is no longer in existence. But I was started out as one of your distributors, and let me tell you something that opened me up to a whole new world. You know, when you have to speak about specific things, and I worked in sex crimes where I found it hard for me to say certain things. Whereas in doing the demonstrations, you know, it brought me out. You know, there were adult demonstrations for women and couples.
Oh,
You
well,
would
wait,
put
wait,
on
wait, wait,
spot.
wait, 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 wait. They were not adult demonstrations as in sexual acts. You
No,
need to
okay, that's right.
clarify that because not
Oh,
everybody knows what we did. Okay.
yeah.
We did in-home party plans for
I
ladies
usually say
only
that.
and educated the women on how to make their relationships better and sexier and more fun and to keep things at home and all together and all that stuff. So, you know, I just wanted to make sure we had the right
Thank you for
background.
clarifying that.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
absolutely.
a lot of times I will say in home parties for women and couples. and, educational and all that. But it brought me back to a point where, which built my confidence and maybe a little bit of my intimidation, because I would sell these products like I was going to the grocery store, not thinking about how other people thought about these products. And, at one point in time, 15 years ago, I gave someone a massage mitt. And I gave someone a massage mitt, a lotion, and this tiny little baby little bullet for a massage, a vibrating
massager.
massage. So, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that this insulted someone, but here I find out 15 years later, it gets brought to my attention. And
I was there that day. Yes.
I know you were. And I had to bring this up because it was brought up at the wrong time.
Right.
And it was not the right place. If I, like I said, if I'd done something or I insulted you or embarrassed you, please tell me then, not 15 years later. But anyway, it's been playing on this individual's mind. And I have to tell you, meeting me for the first time, and I just thought it was just like a nice gesture. You're meeting, these individuals for the first time, and you want to present them with a little gift. And I was like, I was so shocked. No, maybe I was. Yeah, I was shocked.
Well, yeah, you were shocked but we brought goodie bags everywhere we went. We got on an airplane and we brought the flight attendants goodies, or when we check in for the flight, we give a goodie bag or some little fun item, and they'd upgrade us to first class for free. It's not that way anymore.
First class seats we got.
Yeah, I mean, just craziness. Same thing with rental cars. We'd rent an economy car and we'd end up getting a luxury vehicle for the same price because we brought them a $5 prize, a little gift to make their day. And so I think sometimes people don't understand that there are things that you can do in life. Saying something nice to compliment somebody just genuinely, that's going to make a difference in somebody else. And at the same time, it does show your own personal confidence. And when you're able to do that, it gives other people, I think, the strength to be more confident in themselves. Because I complimented somebody the other day, and it was a gal, in the menopause range, age-wise, and I complimented her something on her outfit. And I heard her, as I was walking away, turn around and compliment somebody else about something. I think sometimes we just need to be reminded that confidence is sexy. Confidence is powerful. Confidence is uplifting. And get rid of this "I'm intimidated by it" thing.
Yeah, I want to just finish up with the end result of that conversation was, I apologize. Unbeknownst to me, like I said, that was our business. That's how we made our money. And I didn't know they were so uptight. But I said, I apologize with the biggest, awesome, amazing smile on my face. And I kind of thought, negative about it, but in the end, I was like, you know what? I'm fine with it.
Hey, listen, it bothered them for 15 years. There's a little bit of grace in that when you know that you were doing something nice as a gesture and it bothered somebody who maybe isn't on your favorite person list anyway. And that it bothered them for 15 years before they said anything. That just blew my mind. We were both there we were both there when that happened. And it blew both of our minds at the same time, for sure.
Yeah, that was wild and crazy. I don't know, man. What other good stories do we have?
Oh, we have lots of good stories. Oh my goodness. Traveling, taking this with us all around the country and everywhere we went, we had the opportunity to make a lot of difference. And one of the reasons why I started the company to begin with was I wanted women to be able to stay at home with their kids and yet make enough money doing a couple parties a week to replace the income that they would be suffering through paying babysitters and working a 40-hour week. And that was important to me,
Yep.
being able to help women make a difference in their lives so that they didn't have to struggle. And I still remember one of the girls back in your area, actually, that used her money that she made to build a swimming pool. And when she went to pay for the swimming pool, they told her that she couldn't pay in cash and she had saved her money in cash to pay for the swimming pool, that they could only take $9,999 in cash, and she'd have to write a check or get a money order for the rest or whatever, which is ridiculous. Anyway,
Yeah.
so she went to the bank and she got like $9,000 worth of pennies and took it to them in a wheelbarrow and wrote a check for the rest. But I mean, people are just so outrageous. Here you find somebody that's struggling all their life. We
Yeah.
also had a gal that couldn't leave her house because of her mental health. She couldn't leave the house, and it was so hard for her to leave the house. And she ended up being one of our queens as well.
Right.
And so life changing things can happen all around us, and lots of times we don't even know when it happens, and sometimes I think that's a good thing. Sometimes I think we need to know to keep us on the level that we can continue to help people.
Yep.
So it's nice when people do let us know that it can make a difference.
Uh-huh.
But I don't want to stop helping people. I want to
No.
continue to help as many people as I can. And, we're able to do that in the health arena now, with the health and wellness arena now. And everybody should be doing balance oil. I've got the girls that are with me, and they're doing their balance oil. They got it for Christmas. And we're already seeing a difference in just a few weeks that her allergies are not acting up. She hasn't taken any allergy medicine in 2 weeks since
That's
she started
great.
on the balance oil. So, yeah, so it's been really exciting. But I think we need to be more aware. I think in this
Yes.
arena today, and we're talking about confidence and we're talking about how many people take that as intimidation. I think we need to be more aware of the power of the positive side of things that we
Yes.
can give to people. Now, they don't have to accept it the way we want to give it. That's always I used to wrestle with that. I
Yeah.
used to wrestle with the fact. I'd say, well, why didn't that make him feel better? Some people, it doesn't matter what you do or what you say,
Yeah.
they're not going to allow themselves to feel better.
Mm-hmm.
So all you can do is do the things that you do to help people. And if it doesn't work in one place, then go next, help somebody else.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, you can't make somebody do something if they don't want to change their lives, yet we hope we can inspire them to move forward and do exciting things. And like I said, I've been getting such a kick out of watching these episodes of Golden Girls. Seriously. So, you know, if you get an opportunity and you haven't clicked into one of those, or you just need to get your mind off of the things of this weekend and today and whatever's going on in the world
Yeah.
around you, tune something on that's going to make you laugh and give you a better perspective on how life should be.
And with that being said as well, I mean, you want to support other women. And, we take this on the road. We're all over, the world. We have people around the world whom we've met and traveled, and, just we promote our PowHER Hour. And I mean, it's just getting bigger and better for us. And we love all these strong, positive women that are coming to us. And, with trainings going on, with, the shows every week. And, again, celebrating other women. You want to celebrate other women's successes rather than competing. Fostering a supportive environment. Focus on that action. Take decisive steps, even imperfectly. Get together with the girls and go out and just, how you just go out and enjoy yourselves. Build experiences and prove your competence, to yourself. And a key takeaway is, confidence isn't a fixed trait, but it's a skill that's built through action. So, self-awareness, challenging internal and external barriers, empowering women to thrive personally and professionally. And just being out there and seeing and spending time with women, all different types of women, ages, colors, the whole thing. It's just so empowering and enlightening because I love to be around, other women and men. But you know what? When women get together, they can just like have the best time ever. It really is
Absolutely.
amazing.
And if you happen to know of somebody that would be a great guest for our show that has a background in health and wellness or anything that is related to menopause or mental health things that we can support other women with, please let us know. Send us a message or drop it in the chat. Let us know so that we can get them booked on the show, and we'd love to have them for future shows.
Yeah, we do have a couple fabulous guests coming up. We have doctors, we have physical therapists, we have health and wellness counselors, we have women who, are doing retreats. And you know what? Please make sure you drop in, make a comment so that we can make sure and share our information out there and that it's getting to everyone as well. So, Renee, without further ado, if you want to take us out of here, we've had an amazing evening. We'll be back here, same place, same time. Is there anything you'd love to add?
Oh, I just want, please let us know where you're viewing us from, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or wherever you're watching this today. Let us know where you're at so that we know that we're plugged in a little bit of everywhere. Also, remember to share. Please share all of our platforms so that we're able to support each other. And like I said, we're excited. We're going to be giving away some more goodies real soon on the show real soon. So we look forward to speaking to you in the near future. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Otherwise, confidence where it needs to be and know that every day you're in charge of the positive things that are happening to you because you get to choose how you feel about everything around you. So feel wonderful, stay excited, stay positive, and we'll see you real soon.
Good night, everybody.